Hello everyone and welcome back to our 1 hour per day Cities Skylines build. I am your host and Insane Mayor Zerberus. Yesterday we went in and we created a nice botanical garden for people to visit, put in a new residential area, gave it a little commercial core over here with some shops and a hospital. Some people still haven't moved in yet, but something tells me... Oh, and we also replaced this with high density. But something tells me that a lot of this may not stay residential for all that much longer, so they may have a reason to move over there sooner rather than later. We did extend our map access over to here, and up into this area so that we can jump onto the railroad if we want to. So, yeah, what are our demands? They want commercial. Well, that was kind of to be expected. So, what are we gonna do? What's our zoning look like? We have unused residential up there, and we have residential down here that can become commercial. I don't know. What are we going to do there? I really have no idea. I get a feeling all of these people are going to be part of the next wave of forced evictions. Something we're really starting to become famous for. Probably all of this is going to be commercial eventually anyway. One of the reasons we didn't do very much beautification or anything in the beginning, and also because we actually were planning on tearing this out, but I'm really not completely on board with tearing it out anymore, to be honest. We're getting some jamming here. Why are we getting jamming? Because for some reason we don't have dedicated turning lanes there. Aha! How exactly did that happen? No, actually, I think that's just a lane to your right. Maybe the problem. No, not the lane connector, we want that. I don't think that's really going to help us, and I think we need... What we need, actually, is an asymmetrical road coming out of there. We may even want to remove that road completely. I think that's what we want to do. And I kind of like to build on a running city because, I mean, in real life, the city doesn't pause, so there's no reason it should here. Of course, sucks for the... no, you know what? We're actually going to turn that into a one-way. That's how we're going to play this. Wrong button. No, that way. That way we can pop in dedicated turning lanes here. I'm hoping that will at least slightly decrease that. But we may actually... You know what? We'll go with a... traffic management is going to start doing this. Well, that's exactly the wrong way. We'll actually go to a 4-lane. Give them all dedicated turning lanes in here as far as possible. Should help a little bit. Here's that either that was never the problem or that people are just going over here now. see if there's this temporary or a long-term solution. Yeah, this is obviously all starting to become a problem. So, you know what? We're going to, since that at least right now is really a heavily used bridge. What was it? That's right. That should solve that. Or at least slightly improve it. Why is that a one-way? Oh, because these are all one-way roads. That's right. So 2 lanes in there is actually kind of pointless unless we go in and convert these then back to standard 2-lane roads, and I actually don't see any real reason not to. Symmetrical road here. And we'll turn. This is 3 lanes. We'll turn everything that has a lane going off into 3 lane. Only where there are lanes going off. Actually just about everywhere, so now we give them that gives them actually all 3 directions. That's excellent. Dedicated turning lanes, dedicated turning lanes, dedicated turning lanes. They already have a dedicated turning lane. And I think that worked out. Oh, they're parked. They're not even moving. They're not trying to get anywhere. That looks to have basically sorted that problem more or less completely. Just by upgrading a few lanes. We no longer have the big tails coming in back here. Everything's going in and out nicely. A lot of it looks like heavy traffic, but is really just parked cars because we have no real extra parking spaces, and especially here in the high density areas, you're obviously going to find a lot of people that want to park their cars somewhere. So that's all really doing just fine for the most part. That's a story on our landfills, also doing just fine. Income could be higher, but I think let's slow things down just a little bit. Make sure we don't wind up getting... no, I remember what I forgot to download again. The Umbrella Corporation water facilities. Oh well. I'll get to it. It's not something that's going to kill us not having it. Just drop that in where there's already pollution. We may want to actually consider like putting a few tanks or something in here as well eventually. No, not control U, shift U. Let's turn the day-night cycle off. And just stay somewhere in the morning for the most part. So now we're getting jamming up in here again. I don't think they're all parked. No, they're not all parked. Dedicated turning lanes won't help us because they only want to come off in one direction. Oh, it's really jumping up here where we actually have the 3 separate lanes for people to go into. Why is that? is a problem. Two-lane goes through a two-lane that then splits to a three-lane, but there's just... The problem is people just being able to come off up here at all, with these being one-way roads now. So, you know what? Let's see if this works out the way I expect it to. The way I hope it will. Let's put it that way. Definitely now that we've only got two-lane asymmetrical roads running through here, that might actually be part of the solution. You know what? We're actually going to propagate here as well. So yeah, I think it's really becoming time where we have to revisit our traffic concept and possibly consider completely destroying these. Let's take a look at the routes. Traffic routes, traffic routes, traffic routes, traffic routes right there. Why are people coming from here? Why would they not just go through here? Interesting. We actually have to look at that from a slightly different perspective. We're not touring a bunch of traffic routes again. Now we want them just for this. So we still get the ones coming off of here. Pedestrians and cyclists we're not so worried about. Oh, that's right, we can totally throw in some policies now, like for example recreational use, encourage biking. That's something we'll actually have to do in the form of actually adding some bicycle path roads. Actually causing that much grief for them. That we can take care of. Difference? Well, actually it does make a little bit of a difference. Enough to be felt at least. But yeah, this definitely needs to be revisited and reworked very soon. Basically needs to be revisited and reworked now. So one thing we definitely want to do is get people back in this area better access to the highway. Because I mean they really only have these mini points here, which is okay for these guys up here. Their main issue is actually primarily that all the commercial and industrial spaces over here. corner have I built us into? Would it maybe make sense to reverse traffic flow here completely? I honestly don't think so. It's also long-term planning. What is it we're hitting? That tip, well, that's also so fast. Ah, it's because of anything actually. Value. Ah, it's because of that clinic, exactly. So we will anarchy it in and move the clinic back. Turn it a little bit. That'll line up.
It's Super Salmon Days down at Fish Brothers. For a limited time, bring in any fish and get a child salmon entree free. You heard right, bring in any fish and get a free child salmon entree. And I mean any fish. Got a swordfish lying around? Bring it in. Got a goldfish you're sick of feeding? Bring it in. Got a fish that's been sitting in the sun for a few days? Bring it in. We'll throw it in with the rest of them. What we do with the fish is nobody's business but ours. Just enjoy your salmon, $8.99 with our famous stew. So, welcome on into Fish Brothers Seafood Themed Restaurant, where everything's a great catch.
We're all here working to build ourselves a future, and I know it can be easy to lose sight of your goal. It's hard to imagine, but one day you'll be looking back at these times fondly, secure in the fruits of each long hour you spent studying. Here's a little something to set the scene. Let's all share a moment of nostalgia for a past that's yet to come.
That's far enough for the time being. Of course, we need to do some rezoning. Turn all of this into high-density commercial. In fact, we'll turn these blocks into high-density commercial as well. Everything that basically just got hit by that road expansion will now be a high-density block. And if that means that this entire stretch here is going to be high density, then okay, then this entire stretch is going to be high density. Because even if we don't have that much commercial demand now, we will soon. And we do have an auto bulldoze mod running, so it's not really going to be anything game breaking if we get some abandoned buildings as a result of this. Obviously some of this housing has to be rezoned as well. Basically, again, anything that was just right on there. Although there's probably not even that much point in rezoning it because, again, it's all going to be commercial eventually. Now, of course, commercial demand is now basically zero. I mean, I don't even necessarily think that that actually caused any major changes in our traffic flow and how good or how bad it is. It's basically just thinking of how we're probably going to wind up expanding in the midterm before we make any changes to our traffic network that may actually wind up precluding that. But yeah, I think these roundabouts here, they just have to go. There's no real reason for them. Except, of course, to get people in and out of the city. It's just so... Yeah, we're going to get rid of those relatively soon. Probably even makes sense to do that right now while nobody's trying to use those roads. Oh, and now, of course, yeah, that's right. Now the traffic lights in there everywhere, of course. Every single intersection. Because it likes to put traffic lights on the 4-lane roads for some reason. Quickly gum things up. Exactly, we're going to want 2 lanes in, 2 lanes out. There a little bit. We're definitely getting some good congestion despite everything. This area in general is just overstressed. Probably makes sense to upgrade these to 4-lane one-way roads, or at least to 3-lane one-way roads, so that they're not getting in each other's way when they turn off. We'll go with 4-lane. Anarchy's off right now. See if it helps. What was going on here? Can we not get out? Because of pedestrians. Do they want to go both ways, or they just want to go one? I want the road, not any specific car. Ah, thank you. They all want to go that that way, there's not really anybody who wants to go the other way. A lot of them want to go over to here, interestingly enough. That's a bit curious. Well, then again, no, it's not, because we once again don't really have any highway connections for these people. So maybe adding some of those, just a few. For people to get out, basically. If they really want to. Don't really want it to be that close to that tunnel, though. That said, I don't really want that tunnel either. For them, it's not really a problem. Everybody's out on both. They're actually still not even using that very much, so apparently that wasn't the big fix we're looking for. Where are these people that are all using these tunnels? Let's find that out. Actually, not even that many coming out over here in this direction, interestingly enough. But enough. Which I just don't see. We don't even really need this anymore, do we? I mean, other than being higher speed for people that want to get from there to there, it really isn't. I don't think it's really doing all that much more other than gumming up our traffic. Yeah, pedestrian crossing here is definitely a major issue. So pedestrian bridge over top of that. We don't need a pedestrian bridge over for this. I think that's too far. Bridge. Even if the game complains. Uses this one. Cars can flow, at least theoretically. And of course, being that they're so going to get bunched up over here. Do we have a 4-lane one-way road? Or failing that, something even bigger? We have a 6-lane one-way road. Downgrade that to a 4-lane eventually. And they're also getting mostly held up by a pedestrian apparently. Doesn't this one good here? Those two vertical scoops are obviously hilarious. It's actually not half bad. Pointless. But it does allow us to knock off all the crossings. So. Oh, it automatically did that. That's nice. No, it will actually do the same. Where was it? I'm gonna skip it. Almost makes you wonder why you even have that spot going down, but then again, it does allow people to get back and get on and off. Basically, we're gonna have to do the same thing over here. This isn't even necessarily going to be the long-term solution for this problem. The primary goal was actually more to... Oh, is anarchy still on? I'm sorry about that. What was that? Oh shit. That was that clinic that we so meticulously placed on that corner. Sure if I'm a fan of this, the way these look, but now for a quick solution, we're not actually have that. We're still getting people crossing here. I guess. This is starting to become a little bit... And especially since they actually already used that. Just ban pedestrians. They were banned, so why were they even walking there in the first place? I don't think this has really solved our traffic problem, although up here it does seem to be flowing much better. They still have a lane for turning off. No, they can't. Oh, that's right. We need to get that second turning off lanes. In fact, maybe we may even do these as a 6 lane. It's actually not really wanting to use these 6 lane roads if at all possible. At least not in that capacity. It. It's just way too much road for that. Before that one way somewhere. But this is clearing up now as well. With that clearing up and this clearing up, then at least theoretically, this should eventually also start clearing. Oh, there's traffic lights again. Or was it just that one? Appears to have only been that one. But there's still one back here that we apparently missed before. Far from an ideal solution, but it does appear to be functioning somewhat reasonably. This is now basically our new hotspot. Doesn't actually look to be that bad though. Oh, we're back up to 83%, and yeah, that's basically the new hotspot. So at least for the time being, that was a reasonable solution. We do have some people using this, so it wasn't completely pointless to put that in. The big problem is that if we take this out, then anybody who wants to turn around here in this whole area, because that's actually the big issue, is that this whole thing is basically just a huge turnaround. Has a huge way to turn the traffic around. In other words, it's almost like having like 4 little roundabouts. There's a bigger road of that size, and it's really not that bad yet. That said, it is carrying commercial traffic to this area. I think that's still. Whoops, sorry. Less reasonable. Running that slow the whole time. We'll add a few extra minutes to the stream for that. I'm still not used to this computer being so much faster than my old one. That's a story. It's 10% full. Yeah, we'll stop emptying these now. I think landfills are for the most part a redundancy right now. Not really. We can use another incineration plant or two. Can we afford another incineration plant or two? We only have $500,000. $6,000 a week. What does this cost? $1,400 a week. So yeah, that's gonna be a fourth of our current income. I think that should still all be handling it quite well. Since we're not playing with disasters, we don't really need water tanks on this for optical purposes. We'll think about that when we get this umbrella corporation water plants. Medium roads? Why can I not use all the medium roads we have? I remember there being many more. Do I now have to? Oh, that's right. I just from on the very last one. Oh, okay. I have to be actually over it when I scroll. Okay, I didn't know that. We do want to connect. We have node snapping off. Still on.
At Sternberg, our cars are more than just hubs of metal taking from point A to point
Seriously?
B.
Sloped
They're
owl
also
for
composed
them
of
up
just
here. Yeah,
plastic polymers from
that's
brothers. We also know it's what indicates that is more important than the concept.
but you know what?
And that's
We'll
why
actually
it can
change
also
that a little
carry
bit
up
differently.
to 300 kilograms of
Not the way
human
they
animal
expect us to. We'll just completely delete that.
The climate control device brings the
make
air
that like
temperature to
the
22
edge of the
degrees
road.
Celsius.
Use the move
It's
it
our
mod
way
to
of making our cars
pull this
comfortable
out a
with the
little
majority
further
of
so they
human
also
species.
still get to
In
keep
fact,
their
it is
apartment.
a perfect vessel for transport from short to medium distances. And we
Can't pull it out
believe that
this
the price
far
we
because then we get
ask is a fair
terrain
trade
with
for
it,
the value transport.
which makes sense.
Sternberg. More than just
So we can pull it out far enough to give them road access.
Say cheese, it's
Or
Cheese Week at Big
delete
Bite
their
Burgers
house,
and Fries.
one or
All
the
this
other.
week, in addition to the regular menu, try our all-you-can-eat signature sides, like our famous bowl full of melted cheese, served steamy and bubbling. It's the bottomless juggler. Or our New Orleans-inspired pork sandwich, the Pig Cheesy. And our signature flagship, the spicy blue cheese-topped jalapeno cheese blucher. So hurry in and get them while they last. After all, why take a little bite when you can take a big bite?
I need to scroll like up and down once every
This is
30 minutes
deep
in the
thought.
chat
Welcome back.
so that it
to the
doesn't
deep,
go out,
focused
and I
channel.
keep forgetting to do that. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you don't stream for too long. What am I doing here? That's what I'm doing. No, that's not what I'm doing. So, we want one of these. Just a nice little coastal road. Along right on the beach. Not entirely sure what I actually have planned here, but I'll make it work. That actually doesn't look too bad. Oh, that's right, and now we can just then basically just... That'll work. Obviously, you don't want to cut any side off completely from like services access and things like that, because that's when you wind up needing a lot more services than you actually would. There you go. It's a mistake I probably made a few times already in this build. We don't want that one to be that close to us, so here. And just leave a little space there. I'm thinking. Do we have a harbor yet? Don't have a harbor yet. Seriously, when do we get a harbor? Are we at 32,000 people? Okay, that's gonna take a while. Well, then we'll just leave that the way it is. And start expanding our residential over into here. Exactly. I think what we'll start doing will actually take the core of this and turn this into high density as well. So more forced evictions, more fun. Not sure about those at all. Those may just be left out completely. Especially since with high density, we're going to more than make up for the loss in capacity. That's not going to be the problem. Also give us a bit more of a look what we're going for. Oh, those are coming in real fast. You can tell people are either really hurting for living space or really stupid because they actually want to move into a town that I'm the mayor of. Okay. It's your funeral, not mine. And that, of course, is going to re-stress these lines. That's what I'm afraid of. So putting high density in there is going to cause us huge traffic issues here again. Probably shouldn't be too bad. But I'm thinking we may continue our high density commercial expansion over here. just put offices along the highway. Also, might have the advantage of slightly lowering the traffic amount here. Jesus Christ, look at that amount of pedestrians running through that tunnel. So we need to create some walking paths going over top. Huge amount of foot traffic and I did not expect that to be, well, I should have expected it to be quite that bad. I mean, it's not like this is all a new concept. Dropping tree is off, yes, so... Really? You're gonna tell me I can't build that there? And I'm gonna tell you, screw you. There's absolutely no reason I should not be able to build that there. Thank you. That's a bit steep. But other than that, we can move this down. Not that far. We don't want to clip the top off of anybody's truck, which is exactly what's happening over here. They're getting through just fine. And I honestly can't see it from here, so I have to first person him. It's still too low. That looks like it should be about right though. Just hoping to get that second truck. Is that clipping? I'm going to say probably. He's too close, he can't see it. Probably still clipping. So now this is really starting to get a little bit. It's exercise. But might be a little bit too much exercise for some people. And I think now trucks can get through there just fine again. Come on, send me a truck. Looks like it worked. Wait a second, I can do the camera, don't I? Get even closer. Yeah, no, that's clearly passing under. Okay. Just had 3 fires. Had. And once again getting demand in all sectors, which kind of makes sense because all of this high density commercial is going to cause people to want. Yeah. As things grow, they want more, so they can grow more, obviously. It's a really, really short form of what I was about to say. So now, even the capitalists get evicted. And I think in the long term, our real big city center is still probably going to be over here in this area, and probably near the train station somewhere. We're basically, at least that's the idea, building like a large suburb right now. We may eventually go in at some point in time and actually we can do that right now. Just make sure these don't become super high rises at any point in time. Just by setting the entire district to historical before they have a chance to build any super high rises. Same over here. And that should solve that. Obviously we're going to want to do the same thing over here. Commercial zones. Otherwise, you're also going to wind up then with level 3 mega high rises. Yeah, exactly. We seem to have stopped it before the first level 3s started coming in, which will basically limit our skyline over here to this height, which is what we want. We don't want skyscrapers out here. That's my general concept in my head right now, is that we don't necessarily want skyscrapers out here. Maybe we will eventually, but right now that seems to be more something that's on the to avoid list than anything else. That's right, we're probably going to want water out here now that I think about it. So, before Nestle comes screeching in, gets their grubby mitts on our water rights. Thank you, we'll take that. In fact, we may as well do it over here too before we forget it. Otherwise, I'll just wind up building something here and thinking, why the hell is... Oh, that's right, because I'm stupid. Slowly starting to turn into something that somebody might call a city. 16,000 is our next milestone. Can we already purchase another tile? No, we can't. This will be the next one I think we'll pick up. And since 16,000 is our next milestone, and we're at 12,888, something like that. Expand the high density core over here. We'll actually leave those. We won't create offices over there, at least not quite yet. You know what, we'll put some high density residential back in here as well. That was a mistake, sorry about that. Let's keep the businesses. Just so that more of the people are also closer to the jobs. Considering that we are also going for 500,000 total, well, low density in our main city probably is not going to be that much overall. I don't know if just doing that little bit was enough to get us to 600,000. It probably wasn't, but add another line of industrial space here. Throw in a few more office buildings over here. district right here. Just for the time being. Probably you know what, we'll just go straight for making them 2 districts right now. Side have absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Impact. But we will have an impact on some of these houses. We're going to throw offices in for noise pollution reasons. Also going to want their own district very soon, i.e. right now. Let's take that one up to here. It's basically the Botanical Gardens district. And whatever's up there. Historical as well. And we'll set that to historical while we're at it. So 13,304 living here. God, those offices just went in instantly, didn't they? That's right, these pedestrian bridges are stealing the room from those, yeah, they're basically stealing the room away from that commercial space. So we'll probably wind up putting in trees or something like that there later. I don't really want that road specifically to be zoned. That one and that guarantees that that doesn't go to something along with the fields. Well, actually, what doesn't really matter. When I think about it. Well, they all get kicked out eventually anyway. One. Might as well just fill up the areas and see if we can get some population growth going stimulated as well. I get a feeling a lot of this high density may actually wind up getting slapped. You know what? No, we don't want high density commercial in there. Not yet anyway. Long term we'll probably have it anyway. Take this block right now first off. For now. The landfill is full. It is empty. Set historical. Obviously, you need the historical building. Set historical districts mod. That's what it's called. And if you have that installed, then you can set entire districts to historical, and that again,
At Akio, we've been making the best of mobile phones for over 20 years.
We need another
How did we get
incinerator,
there?
so we'll put one in.
By putting ringtones in every commercial that make you think your phone is ringing. Whether you have a new phone, an old phone, or just leave it on
What's the
vibrate,
story on
we
energy
make sure
anyway?
you
Do we
always
already
hear your
have
phone in our
solar
commercials.
updraft?
It's our way of
Yes,
saying,
do.
we hear you.
So we can actually
So don't be silenced when opportunity calls,
One,
pick it up. It's for you. Akio
save
Mobile.
money.
It's Super Salmon Days down at Fish Brothers. For a limited time, bring in any fish and get a child salmon entree free. You heard right. Bring in any fish and get a free child salmon entree. And I mean any fish.
Because these
Got a
solar
swordfish
updraft
lying around?
towers
Bring it
are
in.
one
Got
much
a
greener.
goldfish you're sick of feeding? Bring it in. Got a
And
fish that's
also
been
that
sitting
means
in the
that
sun for a
that
few
all the
days?
traffic for the
Bring
coal infrastructure
it
and
in.
everything that
We'll
just
throw it
doesn't
in with
need
the
to
rest
come
of
in
them.
anymore.
What we do with the fish is nobody's business but ours.
That
Just
allows
enjoy
us
your
to
salmon $8.99 with our famous stew.
turn this into
So,
more usable
welcome on
industry
into
space.
Fish Brothers Seafood Themed Restaurant, where everything's a great catch. Except the shrimp.
Like, for example, just because we
We're
know
all
we're
here
eventually going
working
to
to
need
build
it.
ourselves a future, and I know it
More
can be easy to lose sight of your goal.
Water
It's hard to
processing.
imagine, but one day you'll be looking back at these times fondly, secure in the fruits of each long hour you
Good
spent
that this is an
studying.
ocean.
Here's a little something to set the scene. Let's all share a moment of nostalgia for a past that's
We
yet
may
to come.
actually have to already use the Move It mod on these. Put them up to here. You got no electricity, you got no nothing, you're useless, we know. Why is there that much water suddenly coming up? And that absolutely solves our power problem as well. We can also do, let's do like some mild landscaping here. This is a little bit more and a little bit harder than we wanted to, but okay. This is why we want to eventually use those inland water facilities. Our brush size can be much smaller, and we want to smooth this out a little bit. And just have this standing in the water. Basically. And now you can tell why tsunamis would probably be an issue in this case. I think we may actually build a pumping station just to make sure. It was under fire, I think. No, that was underwater actually. Wasn't it? Yeah, pumping service. What does that cost per week? 1,600. Okay, we can afford that. Even though we don't necessarily need it, but again, we are both so close to the water that it's probably not a bad idea to have it. It's hilarious that the pumping service has to connect over here because it's because the other line is too close. Still getting some congestion again. But overall, seemingly doing reasonably well. Growth could be a little bit faster. Our industry's saying the same thing. Growth could be a little bit faster. Speed up industry growth a little bit. I have no idea why you decided to come in here. Other than that one guy that was that decided to just take his car and just these guys that are just coming in here for absolutely no reason other than maybe to turn around or something. That could be. I get a feeling this is going to fill up real fast. So, grab a sip. Probably hurting for education and fire coverage in some of the new sections. Although they're not really, we didn't really expand that much this episode. Built over here and over there, actually, we didn't do that much. So we should actually be still reasonably well sorted as far as that goes. One more commercial space again. Obviously, we're going to give it to him. In fact, I don't think we need this part right now yet. Leave that open. No, we won't leave that open. We'll just zone it. It doesn't really matter. Because eventually this is all going to be like a commercial promenade back here anyway. And shops left and right and up and down. Oh, and we didn't add walking paths. That's... You know what, that's what we'll still do quick. We'll add in walking paths. But then I think we'll call it quits for today. Oh, really? That didn't connect? And there's our big city milestone. Hit the 16,000. Can't remember why that was important anymore. I think it was something having to do with... I honestly can't remember anymore. That's right. It was because of the harbor. That's how I got to wondering what it was exactly. And the next one then is 19,000. Oh no, that's right. That's why this was so important. To pick up that other tile. I mean, again, long term, we're gonna own the entire map, so now we can actually get a little look as to what exactly is going on back there. That's a highway that splits up and connects to itself for no apparent reason. Okay. 2 train lines, one in each direction apparently. Probably gonna be like a paradise island over there or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think the initial metropolitan area, or what will probably wind up being like the main metropolitan area, is coming in nicely. Gonna want to preserve some of these low density commercial areas though. That said, we're also probably going to wind up doing commercial zoning and things like that later. But yeah, that's basically been it for today for the 1 hour a day builds. We're actually quite a bit over the hour. So what did we do? We partially unborked and future-proofed our traffic. We added a little bit more space that is, for the time being, a combination of residential and commercial, and we added some high-density residential. And yeah, now it's starting, as you can see, to actually look like a little bit like a city and not so much like, what the hell is this? Will it maybe pop into one of the areas we actually did more than just plopping down roads with, by any chance, or are we just going to see mostly those? Well, of course we're going to see mostly those because that's most of what we've got. Haven't really done all too much yet in the way of making specific little areas look nice. But yeah, we're still at a point where we're just getting to where we can really say, yeah, we're on our feet and we're not going to get knocked down anytime soon. So there's that as well. Oh yeah, and we dug out a mini little ditch to just guarantee some water supply. So yeah, that was our build for today. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. I've been Zerd. You've been great. Take care. Cheers.